just getting 10%.
It's me.
It's you.
Oh, fuck. Suck it.
That was a good first run. Let me know how it goes.
Hopefully better. These guys look like someone know what they're doing.
Anything used for this spell?
Alright. Let's get the shit in my headset. Bro died immediately. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I saw that. We got some improvements on this. This was a little bit hard. We're doing a little bit better. We're getting there. let's do this shit. Alright, here we go. Fucking people are so stupid sometimes, swear to fucking God. Like, honestly, I think they may make getting to level 50 too easy. And the main reason I think that is because, as you can see, people are just, they're so dumb. Bro, they're not like kind of dumb, like, oh, I'm slow. Like, no, they're like, you need to get that looked at kind of dumb. Like, it's real bad. I totally see why they don't let you. my god. All right, here we go. Oh shit! Fuck. God. That's the closest I gotten.
spreading some sort of written
Off into the woods or the abyss. Wherever you go, as long as you're well prepared, you have nothing to worry about.
Amatoy? Maybe the... Oh!
as a cunt. I'm glad you got here safely.
Ruins of terrain always gives me the creeps.
I know. I don't even want to look in the direction of that undead den.
You know, zombies are very common in the town and prayer house ruins. Skeletons, though, are common in the hollows where the ground is dug up.
Right. The patrol manager told me that earlier.
Never ever touch a monument stone or the abandoned arbor when patrolling the ruins of terrain. The undead often hide under those.
It's right in front of me and I can't take it.
I've been talking a lot recently about how kids now are getting once eye tracking starts getting more popular, I think the kids will not even know how to use the phone.
This is gonna be kids around like a computer or technology in probably like 10 years.
Yeah, we are returning to monkeys. It's really something.
Welcome back, my little Rizzlers. Looking very sick on today.
Good
Okay,
one.
that probably won't be a regular thing, but can't promise anything. As you can tell from that scary introduction, I'm always on that quest for knowledge so I can keep up with what's going on in the world.
Ooh.
And after finishing my 90s slang to Gen Alpha
Chillax.
slang work,
Nah, bro. Like 90s slang. Chillax. Yeah, that probably was a big one. Yeah.
slang worksheet, I wanted to use
Bruh.
new word I learned in real life. Maybe the brain rot was there all along.
Yeah.
We've just repackaged it for modern times with a side of Cocomelon videos. Who knows? Maybe in the future the cringiness of saying majestic, and
Majestic?
ate that will be cool
I've
again.
never heard somebody say majestic. The only time I hear somebody say majestic is like if they're looking at a moose or something. Or like 3 buffalo at the same time.
Like, you go girl, no diggity. Fresh and jump scare. This is actually from an old Navy catalog for hip children's clothes. The kid audience has always been a target for billion-dollar companies operating under corporate capitalism. That still hasn't changed. If there's a miner, we're gonna mine her for gold. Yikes. Basically, everyone's trying to sell you something like a video game innkeeper. That's just how the world works nowadays. But you'll be okay as long as you do your research before buying anything so you can make an informed decision. Try to avoid blindly trusting random guys on the internet who make YouTube videos.
Of course not.
So, you're looking weary, traveler. Are you looking to sit down for a point? Or would you fancy a magic potion for health? Well, we don't have that, but we do have gamer subs, our sponsor for today. A healthier and cheaper alternative to energy
Oh, I
drinks.
have one of
Since the
those.
majority of my audience are fully developed frontal lobe people, I feel better about telling you guys about this. It's 0 sugar, less than 1
What is
calorie,
the
and if
fucking
you're a
thing?
fan of anime, you'll like what they have to offer. Gamer
Yeah.
subs isn't something I drink daily, but when I need that extra pick-me-up to get me through that after lunch grogginess, for me,
This is Tectone's thing. Look at how Jesus. The thing is that I wanted to do one like that, but I didn't know if I'd be able to.
half a scoop of this in some ice-cold water is a refreshing way for me to get my
I put
energy
milk
back
in
up.
it?
I like that
It
you can
comes with
adjust the servings based on how much you need. I tend to make mine a little less sweet. Sometimes I don't feel like downing an entire can of liquid just to feel something. The best way to try gamer subs is with their free samples, and they do ship worldwide. Then you don't have to fully commit, just in case it's not for you. If you're already a fan, you can use my code EVASION to get 10% off your order. You can find it in the description, traveler. Marketing has come a long way from ye old TV commercials, newspaper columns, and
remember those.
magazine clippings, to every screen within your peripheral vision
Yep.
being a rush of dopamine-inducing ads. Doom scrolling through your phone feels like standing in the middle of Times Square. There's so much going on at once, and you haven't even left your bed yet. How does one navigate the world when everything is overstimulating us to the point of exhaustion? Especially for people with underdeveloped brains. No, not us.
I do think that's what happens. Is like kids get so addicted to the hyper stimulation of TikTok and shit that I don't think that they're gonna in 10 years will a kid be able to read a book, like the average kid be able to read a book? Probably not, right? I mean, I don't think so. I would assume probably not. Yeah.
content creators
Yeah.
with Skibbity Toilet Brain Rot, but Gen Alpha, those born at the tail end of
Yeah.
2009 to present day, who are somewhere between the ages of 0 to 14 years old, never having a second of quiet or playtime without a screen, while constantly being bombarded with ads, is expediting their growing up process. You know how boomers are constantly rambling about how these whippersnappers, they're growing up too quick, I tell ya. It's not just the sweet embrace of dementia coming in for a hug.
There
They're
is
actually
that.
right. Gen Alpha is speed running through the 10-year-old phase and straight into the drunk elephant.
Cocomelon, as a person born in 21X, I have never. Alpha, Sigma, Giga, Chad, Sus, Bro. Oh my god.
Anti-aging mewing routine while the Rizzler's lullaby plays in
What?
the back. All around the skibbity bush, the monkey chased the Rizzler. The monkey thought Ohio was fun.
What?
Yet goes the Rizzler. Has been stuck in my head for weeks. Giant
Oh my
corporations have the
God.
tendency to prioritize making as much money as possible to the detriment of their
Yeah.
consumers. And the marketing tactics they employ are literally rewiring our brains. While we do have more regulations compared to before, companies are still able to find loopholes when advertising to minors. Before the rise of internet celebrities, who were born from viral moments and a nice heaping of luck, we had traditional A-list celebrities attaching their names to reputable brands. Tom
This is
Cruise's
how it always
PT
was.
Cruisers, The Rock's
Yep.
Organic Gravel, Reese Witherspoon's Silver Colory Set, and Janet Jackson's Winter Jackets for sons, just to name a few.
After the Super
that
Bowl,
I
that
made
would
up.
make
People
sense.
would buy anything if someone famous endorsed it. A popular Hollywood squirrel selling acorns? I will take 50. Although the A in A-list does stand for always. Unrelatable, because they are too famous. These Hollywood bigwigs, they're just in it for the money. You really think Jennifer Aniston is wiping her face with Aveeno using her giant Friends paycheck? There was a time when influencers were considered more trustworthy when endorsing products compared to
Yeah, people that thought that they could trust some random guy on the internet to like not sell them some bullshit. Like, and I'm sorry, but like, if you really thought that, you're dumb. You're dumb, and I don't feel bad for you. That's what you get.
traditional celebrities. Cause influencers, man, they just like us. Our relatable internet friend, who's only a DM away. Plus, the constant output of content helps build that parasocial relationship that kids really yearn for. Think
by
about it.
Starforge? Well, no, that's the thing. Is we tried to rely on that. Remember that? Remember the release of Starforge? That was really not so good, huh? That was bad. Ooh, real bad. And we had a bad time. Then we had to change everything. We had to totally change up the product offering because it didn't work. The screws, so that was later. Yeah, exactly.
If you were in grade 4 in this day and age, would you be idolizing these nerds? With peace and love, the purple one is my bias. Or would you be a fan of famous TikTok influencer with limitless Riz, who just gave $1 million to one of their fans? The chances of that being you only increases if you buy 55 pairs of merch and 55 boxes of snack foods. Lunchables, ooh.
I think that also a big reason why this is popular is because everybody wants to be a content creator because they think that being a content creator takes no work at all and it's super easy. So like every time that I've talked to people that like don't really know like what's about it, where like they're like, oh, I wish I could just sit there and play video games all day and then make a bunch of money. That's what would happen. That's what everybody says. Constantly people say that. You can? Yeah, then just do it. Yeah, just go do it.
Is a brand
Fuck.
of snack kits created by Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast, famous internet celebrities known to have a lot of young fans. They're marketing the snack kit as a healthier alternative to Lunchables. The announcement for this product caused quite a bit of discourse.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly,
I did
you get
this.
double
Remember
the
this?
amount of liquid. Prime has no sugar
This is
added,
good
no
time.
electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch bar. Feastables.
Real
Crunch
bad.
Bar.
Ooh.
Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese. Ooh. We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar.
We saw
Turkey
this.
taco, 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients.
By the
we'll
way-
start off with the Lunchables.
That's not how it looked. I don't know how it looked that way with them. Mine did not look that way. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's fat. Alright, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
For sure.
I know I'm not the target audience for this, but that was a lot for my old wrinkly adult brain. If I was a young kid,
Yeah.
however, I could see myself being influenced by this. Small green number. Good. Big red number.
Bad. Real bad.
Why? I don't know. That's what my favorite internet celebrity told me.
Yep.
You also get that dopamine rush of jump cuts, yelling, and overstimulating animations in the span of 60 seconds. To no one's surprise, a handful of content creators were pretty vocal about this being a cash grab targeting their young fans, and how the content creation space has become a capitalistic nightmare. After some back and forth between the general public and
It's
the
super common now. Everybody's trying to make money, right? And this is always how things are. It's always been like this. But I think that the problem is that a lot of people built up like a degree of trust that they had with like YouTubers or streamers or something like that. No. You should have never done this in the first place. I'm glad that we're seeing a readjustment where people are getting a bit of a reality check, you know?
creators of Lunchly, who all had different approaches of addressing the situation, some going personal, some going on the attack, and others going more in depth about the product itself. Whatever's happening here is a lot more nuanced than it appears. The main issues people have with Lunchly are with the founders themselves, who don't necessarily have the cleanest reputation in terms of controversy. Even if the product is technically better than what's currently available, you can't be too surprised when people think you're only doing this for profit, when that's the image you built.
Well, the problem isn't that you're... I don't like the idea that, like, doing something for profit is seen as bad. Every company exists to make profit. Like, what do you think that Lunchables is doing it for? Do you think they're doing it as, like, a public service? No, they're doing it for money, too. Like, everybody's doing it for money. That's not the problem. The problem, the only thing that I thought was bad with Lunchly is, like, saying it's healthy. I think that you shouldn't be able to say something is healthy if it's not actually healthy. Like, that shouldn't be a word that you're able to, like, throw around. There should be some sort of, like, you know, advertising standard distinction for what you can say is healthy versus not healthy, right? That's it. Who determines healthy? Well, obviously the FDA that determines all of the other regulations for food would be the ones that would determine what's healthy and not healthy. Obviously, what are you thinking? So yeah, they would determine that. And so, duh, like, I think this is like some kind of like, oh, but who thinks that? Like, well, actually, fuck.
Yourself. This group of people here doesn't really scream passionate about kids' health, along with the content being created to promote their brand. Not sure what this has to do with providing healthier options for kids.
I don't even know what happened. Yeah.
I guess you can only do so much when your product is literally...
I think that's funny. I'm sorry, but I think that if I was a kid, I'd think that's funny. I think that's relatively good advertising. Yeah, I think it's actually a pretty decent ad. I do, it's silly, yeah, what's the point of that? It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous ad that's meant to target kids, and I think it works. I do, I think it's funny, right? It's not like some kind of crazy thing, but it's all right.
Copy your homework.
Commercials don't work on me. Everybody says that. Everybody says commercials don't work on me. But as somebody who does advertising, let me tell you, they work on most people.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll make it slightly different so we don't get caught. If they wanted to portray a healthier alternative to snack foods, Lunchables shouldn't have been the base model for Lunchly, when Lunchables already has a reputation for being unhealthy, with a sprinkle of delicious lead. I do agree with some parts of this. If you had to pick between the two, Lunchly is a better option on paper, but only by like 15%. The difference is almost negligible to justify eating this super often, especially during your development years. If my kid was a super fan and wanted to eat an influencer snack pack, they'd better have all their chores done a year in advance. Also, straight A's until they graduate. Also, the house better be clean from top to bottom. Oh, that's a maid. I think I'm looking for a maid. Other than the nutrition and
no, that's what I would do. Yeah, it's like if you want to upgrade from Lunchly, you know, from Lunchables to Lunchly, like you have to do 3 daily quests. If like I had a kid, that's what I would tell them. Like, you have to go do this stuff for me, and then I'll buy you Lunchly. That's what you have to do, yeah. Smart.
The only factor that really separates these two products are that one has the backing of 3 super famous content creators with a chokehold on Gen Alpha, who'll believe almost anything they say. If Logan, KSI, and Mr. Beast say this is perfect.
So, I heard you like short, easy to understand and straight to the point guide. Here's everything you need to know about the level 50 tier 1 dungeon called Cave of Destruction. If you prefer the written version of this guide, link will be in the description and pinned comment. This dungeon doesn't have any notable mini bosses worth mentioning. You need to literally clear everything that each room spawns. Avoid attacking the exploding green venom ants, they run into you and explode. The boss does normal patterns and attacks, focusing the tank. After some time, the boss spawns pairs of either blue or red glowing ants 2 times, while at the same time marking an area with a red or blue AoE glow. When the second pair of colored ants spawn, you need to kill the same color ant that the area on the ground is showing. So if the area is blue, you kill blue ant. This will give you an attack buff and ability to walk into that area before the mechanic, indicated with the color glow around you. Just make sure you stand in an AoE explosion when you kill the ant. When the boss yells and weird text appears above its head, run into the center of that marked area. The pillar will emerge and lift you in the air. The boss will do an AoE which will explode and throw you in the air. At the same time, on one of the 3 platforms an ant will spawn. You need to fly to the platform that has an ant and kill it as fast as possible, as the boss spits stacking poison on everyone. After killing the ant, jump down from the platform and continue fighting the boss. This was the standard way of doing the mechanic. The way you can cheese it is by completely ignoring the colored ants and marked area on the ground. When the boss yells with weird text above its head, split up and run towards the platform. But stay on the stairs, do not go fully up. Wait for the egg to explode, then quickly jump on the platform. This will make you avoid the AoE attack. If the ant isn't on your platform, run to the one the ant is on. After 50% HP, the boss will spawn a larva on each player. 2 players should stand on top of each other and merge the larvas. Then both of these players run to each of the other players and collect their larvas. Or you can simply just have everyone stand on top of each other. It doesn't deal a lot of damage and it launches you in the air. The boss then repeats every normal pattern into a mechanic until it's dead. Congratulations, you have successfully cleared Cave of Destruction dungeon and you can now use 300 Abyss dungeon tokens to open the chest and get the loot. Since I helped you learn the dungeon and get the loot, feel free to help me by
I've been talking a lot recently about how kids now are getting once eye tracking starts getting more popular, I think that kids will not even know how to use the phone.
This is gonna be kids around like a computer or technology in probably like 10 years. Yeah, we are returning to monkeys. It's really something.
Welcome back, my little Rizzlers. Looking very Sigma today.
Good
Okay,
one.
that probably...
It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous ad that's meant to target kids, and I think it works. I do. I think it's funny, right? It's not like some kind of crazy.
Really, really good for hydration and or should be consumed at any other time of the day, like at lunch, which any, I think, sensible doctor, medical professional would say is not the case. And also just think of this. Do you really think that the same beverage that should be used to hydrate elite mixed martial art UFC fighters training and sweating for hours is what you should drink at lunch when you're not sweating?
One thing I will mention as someone who was pursuing a
I never thought of that, but yeah, that makes sense.
Bachelor of Science in Nutrition back in my university days. Basically, I took one nutrition class and then dropped out.
Smart.
Yes, there is a bit of fear-mongering around processed foods. They are not good for you, but just because you can't pronounce some of the Lunchly ingredients doesn't mean that it's a horrible chemical. These are just the scientific names for vitamins, thickeners, and preservatives that keep the food from going off. In terms of processed foods that are cheap and ready to eat, the ingredient lists aren't the worst thing in the world. It's no different than buying a microwave meal, which also has scary sounding ingredients, but are perfectly safe to eat in moderation. Definitely not as a daily thing. Treating Lunchly as a yearly snack would probably be my personal preference. In the end, it does all come down to the parents.
I had 3 in one
the kids
day.
aren't the ones working 40 hours a week and
dead.
buying the groceries. Even if they got on their hands and knees and begged, you gotta say no or have some restrictions with what they're eating. Food is a whole other ballpark compared to selling a hoodie or some pants.
I would just buy my kid the Lunchly. I'm sorry, maybe I'm a bad parent, but like if he was fat, I would call him fat and say you can't have any food until you're not fat anymore. But if he wasn't fat, I would buy him a Lunchly. I would. Yeah, why not? He wants to fucking eat it. You want to eat this bullshit? It's gonna make you happy. Go ahead. Go ahead. But don't you for a second be fat, you little piece of shit. You are? Yeah, exactly. It's 75 pounds. No, you don't want to have a hog. A 200-pound 8-year-old. No. Who cares? Yeah,
Since it actually impacts your health. You have to be really clear about the brand's intentions without the confusing marketing tactics. If Lunchly made content teaching healthier eating habits, that would help their brand image. But that doesn't sell as well.
It doesn't matter. Like, people have already made up their mind they don't like it. They shouldn't do anything to try to rectify people's opinions. Like, they've already decided that Lunchly is bad, Logan Paul and Mr. Beast are evil, KSI is dumb, his new song is garbage. Like, there's no reason to even try.
Just whatever this is.
Now we take our all-new Lunchly turkey stack'ems.
Yeah.
Let's hit it.
Oh.
It's actually pretty good. Shout out Logan, original cucumber guy. Hey, great name, by the way.
I remember when my parents would refuse to let me eat craft dinner and called it trash food. Please don't cancel them. Times were different back then. But I did feel left out because all my classmates were eating it for lunch. Thankfully, my parents could tell there was little to no nutrition in this box of macaroni noodles compared to a home-cooked Asian meal. Although we did eat a Tim Hortons donut almost every single day after they picked me up from school.
Nice.
So, balance, I guess. Honestly, this lunch...
I remember I convinced my mom in like 6th and 7th grade that every time it just happened to be like, it was a weird coincidence that like at the same time that I had to go into honors English, I would get sick and then she'd have to pick me up from school. And then the only way for me not to be sick would be for me to eat Taco Bell. And yeah, it's crazy, huh? How do you pull that off? I don't know. Like it took a long time. It was a lot of work, man.
Lunchly thing is making me
She
want to eat
knew,
Lunchables again after 20 years. But yeah, the public sentiment about Lunchly, 3.5 out of 10. Speaking of spiking up your dopamine levels, you familiar with loot boxes and gacha video games? I know a lot of you can relate from personal experience, me included. This is a mechanic where you spend real-life money for in-game currency, used for getting special items, character skins, and JPEGs of attractive anime husbandos and waifus. Except it's not a guaranteed thing. No. It all comes down to a single button press and how lucky you are. The system makes it so you only have a 0.5.
I love how there's people, like, because I meme about this a lot, but there's people who genuinely believe that they're good at opening loot boxes and they're good at doing pulls and gotchas. Like, they actually think that they're good at it. I don't know what to say.
5 to 3% chance of pulling the newest character or rarest item. What happens if you don't get it? You gotta keep spending money if you want to keep trying. Which makes it so much more exciting when that 1% pull rate comes through. It's so fun and easy that even young kids can try their hand at it using their weekly allowance. This is essentially like gambling and training.
So the majority of games that are like that have loot boxes on like the app stores are marketed towards or allow children to use them and play them that have gambling and like loot boxes. So like the idea is that you get the kids addicted to gambling like when they're like 8 years old, and then by the time they're 13 they're like sports betting on stake, and then by the time they're 18 they are like actually gambling, and then by the time they're 20 they kill themselves because they went into debt. That's and so you have like basically it's like the whole cycle of life, right? They're speed running. It's population control.
Instead of winning cold hard cash, you win a cool Fortnite skin instead. That adrenaline
Which is a good idea, right? Because like if you try to get people, like a lot of people like with this, if you try to get people that are like older, they understand statistics. But if you get an 8-year-old to do this, an 8-year-old doesn't intuitively understand probabilities. So it's much easier to like farm them, you know?
You get from putting everything on black, or when you get a 5-star Genshin character on your first pull, is very addicting, especially for these young developing meat sacks. Why are you calculating how many loot boxes you can pull when you should be calculating a grade 4 math problem? People in their early 20s are the fastest growing group of gamblers, according to recent research, and many kids are starting younger than that. Nearly 2/3 of adolescents ages 12 to 18 said they had gambled or played gambling like...
Wait, I don't think this is really... 2/3? That means over half of kids from 12 to 18 said that they've gambled or played gambling-like games in the past year? Oh my god! How is that even real?
Starting young carries a relative high burden of psychological distress and increased chances of developing problems. As access to gambling has expanded, psychologists and other experts have become concerned. Not just that more people will give it a try, but that more will develop gambling problems. And while it is too soon to know what the long-term effects will be, evidence is growing to suggest that young people, especially boys and men, are among those particularly vulnerable to gambling addiction. The same demographic most often participating in the newest forms of gambling. Now that we have smartphones, it's so accessible. In a matter of minutes, you could be playing a gacha game or spinning roulettes.
I remember I spent so much. I had like 0 in my bank account. I had to like borrow money from like my...
See, this is the thing, bro, is like it all started with MapleStory. I knew a girl that spent, it was like close to $20,000 on MapleStory, and she said that the majority of the money that she spent was just on cosmetics. Was she hot? Yeah, of course she was hot. Why do you think I was talking to her? What the fuck? What a stupid fucking question.
Boyfriend then to like eat. I used like Maple kind of as an escape. So there was COVID, right? So I didn't really go out. Then I didn't buy new clothes. So I was like, okay, then why don't I just buy virtual clothes, right? Why don't I just get good?
Yes! That actually makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Lockdown did do a number on our social skills, so why not treat this game world you invested so much time into as the real world? It definitely looks a lot more appealing.
I spent $23 on a gacha game. Shameful, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, like, I just... To me, it's like... I think it's so silly. Like, I'll do it for, like, stream content or something. But I couldn't imagine, like, as soon as Lost Ark wasn't popular for, like, viewers, like, people didn't want to watch it anymore, I just quit playing the game. Like, I was like, I'm not actually going to play this, right?
Then, what we have going on here.
This is
Spending
how it
some money
is.
on a video game isn't inherently bad. We just need to control ourselves and make sure the grade schoolers are doing their homework instead of
POV when I'm in class.
Thankfully, we are starting to realize the effects of engaging in this type of
So they've got like these like little kids in school. Oh man, that's good.
behavior at such a young age. More regulations are being put in place, such as limiting accounts to certain spending amounts each day. Some countries have gone as far as to ban any form of loot boxes altogether.
Like
Too
Denmark
bad this
does
didn't
this.
happen before a 13-year-old spent her family's entire life savings on a mobile game, resulting in her mom finding 7 cents left in her account. She even deleted chats and transaction records to hide them from her parents. That is very
Get the belt! Oh man, that's bad. I did that once, deserved to be honest. Yep. Wow.
spooky and sad. The last thing we'll talk about as
Minus
a quick
one
mention
kid.
is Galaxy Gas, which is generally frightening. This company specializes in a gas product used to refill whipped cream canisters that give it that airy texture. They state you can make 20,000 servings of whipped cream using a single canister. Are you also fueling
20,000 servings of whipped cream. How about whipped brains? Yeah, how many servings of that can you get?
a car with this? This is like those people in those math problems that buy 100 watermelons, 72 apples for their family of 42. The issue is that people are finding out you can eat the gas directly through your mouth, which is not good. Just one look at
It actually is crazy whenever you put everything together, where it's like, let's say you spawn in, you're 9 years old, you've got Mr. Beast and Logan Paul double teaming you to try to get you to watch like these videos that are basically like horror movies, but with better effects and a brighter palette. And then after that, they're trying to sell you like this like fucking Gatorade drink that has like a bunch of caffeine in it. Then after you finish that, you know, they've got lunch leaf for you to eat that, like, you know, maybe it has lead in it or something like that. Then after you finish all that, like, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna get on my phone, and you're watching like only TikToks that have 3 screens playing at the same time while you have your tablet on the other side and you're playing Minecraft with your girlfriend who's actually a guy. And then on top of that, you've got like fucking these gambling games, and like you're addicted to gambling. You want to start like gambling on stake, like your favorite streamers. You know, you want to bet on the new on like it's just like, what is this? And like, you know, in case you were gonna learn anything in school, you can't spell your own name. You're 9 years old, and like your friend brought Galaxy Gas to school, and now you're addicted to. It's just like, it's so bad. This is amazing.
and you can tell that it's aiming to target a younger audience. Other than the creator doing demos of him using the product, I don't think people are just using this to make sweet treats. The packaging is
food
fun,
only.
it's super accessible,
It's
where
only for
you can
food.
order it off Amazon without an ID. It also comes with a mouthpiece. Pretty weird if you're not intended to inhale it. Once this
That's
caught wind on
weird,
social media, it became a trend of people using it at school and posting videos of themselves being goofy. Well, if you're a parent, what are you still doing watching this video? Get off your phone and never let your kid go outside ever again. Just kidding. Sort of. The world is a scary place. All you can really do is try your best, right? And besides, you can't just put the kid back from where it came from, or
You can. It's called a post-birth. It's called a post-birth abortion. No. What? Like, if I had a kid, I would pretty much just let the kid do whatever the fuck he wanted. I would. If you want to make a social media account, go ahead. Go ahead. See what happens. I'll watch you do it. I'll make sure you don't do anything crazy. But like, I've never been like, my parents. This was their mindset. You want to go do that? Go ahead. Go do it. See what happens. You want to go smoke weed at 12? Go ahead. You want to smoke weed with Lowell out of a flashlight at the park? Have fun. You're gonna see why it's stupid. And I did. Yep, that was it. They said, yeah, you think it's not a good idea. It's how you learn. That's right.
bring it in for a refund. Hopefully watching this video is a net
Look
positive
how
for
I
you,
turned
and
out.
we can all
Yeah,
be
how
smarter
about
consumers
that?
together. Humans are also quite sturdy. A lot of us 90s kids grew up on a diet of Red 40, Play-Doh, and lead paint. We turned out more or less fine. Brain still worked Good. At least the YouTube algorithm is a reassuring presence in our lives, and you can feed it a lunchly by liking this video. In turn, it'll keep feeding you hits of dopamine by showing you videos you'll enjoy, like this one, and one of my many other videos, perhaps. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
Anyway, I can talk about like just for the like kids that are having this happen. I think that a huge amount of them are getting fucked up in the head by all of this like type of messaging. I think it's like actually fucking them up in like a big way. And I don't even think that it's reached like a fever pitch yet. I think that like we're still ramping and we're still building up power. I do. And I was gonna say, I'm going to do I want to do a game show where I invite people on and I have them identify different memes and like internet conspiracy theories, and to see who is like who's been on the internet the most or the longest. And it's going to be kind of like schooled, like it's a bit like that, but then it's going to be with like different internet memes and like different.
Poor thing, who do you even pray to? Nobody. Even when you're fucking, what do you say when you call me atheist? Oh. Nothing. That's right, because that's what you believe in. You can't
I know you gotta be hard. A black man in America, you gotta be a hard motherfucker, but we all know niggas that's hard all the motherfucking time. You can't forget to enjoy your goddamn life. We all know niggas that's hard at 7 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. You like, nigga, wait a minute, nigga. You angry at breakfast, nigga? You gangbanging on bacon, nigga? This is... If your life is fucked up, you need weed. Weed is put on this earth for niggas on the struggle, niggas on the grind. There is a chemical in weed that's called bucket. And if you can just get that in your system, it could change your life. Some of y'all be crying about bills you can't pay. Just, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this light bill. They want the whole thing. They don't want a piece of it, a deposit. Just hit the blunt one time and see if it don't change your perception of what's important in your life. You just, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this life. Fuck them goddamn lights. I got 12 candles. I've been waiting to burn them bitches. Enjoy your goddamn life. Life is fucking short. Enjoy that shit. Some of y'all just need to smoke some weed and see if it don't help the quality of your motherfucking life. I know, I see some of y'all. Look, I understand. If you ain't smoking weed because you got a good job, then by all means make your paper, boo-boo. But if you ain't got no job and you not smoking weed, I don't know what the fuck you are doing with your life. I really don't. I really don't. Don't give me that shit about it's a drug. It ain't no motherfucking drug. I done the research. It's just a plant. It just grows like that. And if you should happen to set it on fire, there are some effects. But that's not the same as drugs. Drugs, you got to do shit to it chemically. You got to add baking soda, water, stir it up. I don't know the recipe. I'm just saying. It's some shit you got to do to it. Well, why the fuck is it illegal? I don't know. Aspirin is perfectly legal, but if you take 13 of them motherfuckers, it'll be your last headache. Long as you've been living, you ain't never heard of a motherfucker overdose on marijuana. You might have thought that nigga was dead. He ain't dead. He gonna wake up in 30 minutes hungry enough to eat up everything in your house. That's the side effects. Hungry, happy, sleepy. That's it. Go on and testify. I'm gonna tell you a statistic that's gonna blow your fucking mind. There are 0 niggas making fentanyl. Look at white people. What? Yep. You better believe it, white people. We would notice if niggas was dropping dead for nothing. I looked up fentanyl. That shit is beyond dangerous. I said, what you gotta do to die? They said, touch it.
And that's when I knew niggas ain't involved in this. We like to touch everything we buy. We wouldn't notice niggas dying at the purchase. His last words was, "This must be it." They want you to do shit that don't make no sense. That's why I won't even talk about politics no more. Ain't shit to talk about. The fuck I'm supposed to do if both sides is the dumb side? I don't even want to play no more. The fuck is this shit? But that's America. We just don't want what we had last. Ten years ago, some of you ladies was with a full-fledged gangbanger. And look at you 10 years later in here with that bank teller. You look like you work at the bank. It's just a new change. It's a new era. They say you don't miss what you got until it's gone. And Barack Obama is gone, children. Oh, I miss that nigga. Oh. That nigga ain't never coming back. Every time you see this nigga, he doing some more white activities. He out there parasailing and shit, swimming with the sharks and Michael Phelps, riding horses bareback. Barack Obama, get back here. Nigga, we need you. You ain't never heard of overtime, nigga? Shit. Let's give us 4 or 5 months to get on our feet right now. It's crazy. Motherfucker, I'm so sick of motherfuckers talking shit about Joe Biden. Joe need to get his shit together. You need to wake up, Joe. Go Brandon, Joe. The fuck is wrong with you people? Who raised you? Joe Biden is 96 motherfucking years old, bitch. You gave Paw the job, bitch. You gave great-granddaddy the job, bitch. Now you want Big Daddy to get his shit together. Joe Biden is doing the best he motherfucking can. That man is 97 years old. People talking shit about Joe Biden. I don't like the way he left Afghanistan. Bitch, how the fuck do you think a 98-year-old man leave a fight? Quickly and quietly, bitch. Joe Biden left Afghanistan like this. Joe is doing the best he fucking can. Give him a fucking break. Joe is 99 goddamn years. If you lucky enough to have a great granddaddy, call him up right now on the phone and ask him, is he ready to do 12 press conferences tomorrow, bitch? No, he is not. Better believe something. This shit finna come to a motherfucking end. Better have something to believe in. If you're a Christian, make some motherfucking noise in the house. If you're a Christian. Oh, yes. Yes. Y'all supposed to be the most excited. Oh. Oh. As long as y'all done had it all figured out. Oh. Christians supposed to be walking right up to 2012. Shit's getting more aggressive. Fast food is getting more aggressive. Fast food used to be just a decision you make. Now they getting aggressive, and we gotta know when to draw the line. Taco Bell done started trying to trap niggas. I gotta go all around the country warning my people to beware. Taco Bell is trying to trap niggas, yes. They made a taco out of chicken meat. Yeah, trying to to track niggas in there. We got to draw the line. No, Taco Bell. No. We don't stop them now, they'll have chitlin chimichangas and hog maw nachos. No. We don't want no cornbread churro. Make them regular. Fast food done got more aggressive. You know who I blame for this shit. That motherfucking Popeyes lady. I love Popeyes, but I can't stand that motherfucking Popeyes lady. That bitch is a slave. Every time you hear her, she's singing that slave-ass chicken song. Just learn that chicken from Popeyes. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Now, I'm gonna let you know, white people, in front of all these minorities, that bitch does not speak for all niggas. We been frying chicken for 400, 500 goddamn years. This bitch just coming up with new recipes. She ain't checked with niggas at all. Cause every 2 weeks she got a new chicken niggas have never heard of. Try a new ghost pepper chicken. Wait a minute, bitch. Niggas don't even believe in ghosts. You don't get that voodoo ass chicken out of here, bitch. We are Christians on this side, I'll have you know. Fuck that bitch. Every time she do a commercial, it's got to be some coonery and shit. She got Jerry Rice looking like Scatman Crothers with Vaseline on his face, with a helmet on, eating chicken wings and dancing and shit. Crazy world, you don't know what to believe. The truth is just as strange as fiction. Taco Bell selling chicken wings. This is a revelation, bitch. Some of you niggas is tearing up their pigeon winglets. Fucking up their fat tenders. Don't know what the fuck to believe. All of us. They lied to us all together. They told all of us in here there's a chicken wing shortage. Look at people of all races and religions, genders and creeds, all agreeing. They told all of us there's a chicken wing shortage. We just believe it. But liars always leave a clue. They think they smarter than them is. They said to all of us there is a chicken wing shortage. Did you notice they did not say it was a shortage of chickens? Said it was a chicken wing shortage. Just so you knew they was lying, they said some shit next that don't even make mathematical sense. They said there's a chicken wing shortage, but we got plenty bags. They get 2 wings, 2 pies. Most of the time you got a whole bunch of pies. Where the fuck you get these spider leg chickens from? Science might have made a lot of shit, but God made the chicken. You ain't gonna tell me God made the chicken. He did that for the world. That's how you know it's from God. What group of people don't fuck with chicken? Look at the vegans. It's just us. God made the chicken. That bitch ain't safe nowhere. that bird is the most delicious bird in the whole world. And that motherfucker can't fly. 'Cause God loves you. If chickens could fly, half the motherfuckers in here be dead right now. If you had to catch your own two-piece, you'll die. You just in the backyard. That was a spicy combo, too. I can't keep missing these opportunities. Where's all the fellas in here with an ugly woman? Make some noise. Some people saw their whole marriage go before their eyes. And I trusted you. Look. Oh, everybody in here with somebody ugly know better. They just staring at me like this.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
What's up?
How are you?
I can't believe we never met each other until today. That's kind of crazy.
It's really weird.
It's kind of crazy. It was always like at the store, they're like, Cat was here last night. I'm like, fuck. It was always two ships in the night.
Right. I would see you and not be able to get to you. Like, comedy is small, but only if you're mediocre. It's big. It's a vast, vast place.
It's vast and it's also small because there's so few of us. And worldwide, we were talking about this the other day. There's maybe 500 of us on the planet. You know, you got to be real generous and say 500 because it's really probably about 250.
Right.
Like legit comics, guys you want to hang out with, guys who are fun. Guys who
your
you'd
number's
recommend.
going down.
The number's going down.
Your number's going down.
Guys who'd recommend, leave your house, get a babysitter. The number's going down. It's not a lot of people.
Right.
You think about the billions and billions of people on the planet, there's a smidgen of us.
Well, as children, we all take to talking with ease. And so the fact that later on in your life, you'd be one of the people that could say I talk for a living is an amazing honor.
It's amazing.
Even if you look 1,000 years back.
Yeah, especially today. To just be able to talk for a living? Oh my God. What? And that's the problem also with what we do, is that everybody can talk. So they see you talking, they're like, I can do what he's doing.
Right.
He's just up there talking.
And the better you do it, the easier it looks,
Right.
which is part of the trap.
Yeah, it's part of the trap.
It looks like he doesn't think about what he says, he just says stuff. But you couldn't be as accurate.
No. And then there's hanging around with comics and getting to know about shit like their electric Rolls Royces.
Right. Right, if Satan hits me, just know I'm hitting back immediately. You're gonna know about it. Yeah, the electric spectre.
That thing is insane. That thing's insane. Just the way the doors open up, the way the doors close when you touch the brakes. Totally silent.
For the price point, it would have to be perfect. And the whole thing is, it is. And that's what you're trying to do in any genre. Like, you're trying to find that thing that is flawless in that genre.
Right.
That's it.
That's the one we want. Never had one of those.
Right. Well, because it's important to you that that you be grounded in the important ways. So I can see you not having not had a roll choice. I've had 4.
I'm not opposed to it. It's just the idea of it to me is like, don't do that. For me, you know, I'm always like, get away from that. Go get
Right,
yourself
right.
a muscle car.
Well, see, you see what I mean? Yeah, because we live vicariously through these things, and it's been that way for all of humankind. I'm
Sure.
saying it was still like that for the Roman and his chariot. Like that's how he felt. Like that's how horsemen feel about that ride. You know, like transportation and people have a love story.
Yeah, that's really the only object that I'm really into. Like I'm into vehicles. I'm into mechanical vehicles.
Right.
There's like something about mechanical vehicles that just speak to me. I love them. I love looking at them. I love sitting in them. I love driving them. It's just like, it's one of the things that people say like money can't buy you happiness. That's definitely true. If you fucked up, you're not gonna get happier if you get rich. But if you're already reasonably happy and you can afford a nice muscle car, god damn, you'll feel happier. You will feel happier.
But every time. So what I'm saying is when I got the 67 Chevy Camaro, I needed no other cars. I was complete. When I got the Grand National, you couldn't tell me anything. There was nothing on the highway that was of my ilk. But I've felt that way 12, 13 times. That's what makes it real love.
Yeah, they give you real joy every time you drive them.
And you feel like that character in that movie, you
Fuck
know?
yeah.
Like,
yeah, you drive a 1970 Chevelle, you feel like John Wick.
yeah, it's a sacred place. There's music there, there's recklessness, but there's safety. You know, it's like it gets to the essence of a being.
And I think it's a thing that won't exist 100 years from now. I think automated driving will be mandatory. I really do. I think we're about 100 years away. 100 years away from no personal automobiles. No control of your vehicle. We're gonna stop all crashes. We can stop all crashes and all highway deaths. Come on, Kat. Won't you contribute and give up all your rights to drive? We're gonna stop all death.
Yeah, it's not, but understand that all of these things have financial benefits, and then they use those perks you just mentioned to get you in. But
but somebody's making money.
I believe that it'll be mandatory, but for practical reasons, like this thing where the police want you and they have to chase you and you may get away, those days are done.
Yeah, they're just gonna shut your car off. Yeah.
Your car is going to do what they tell it to do,
Yeah.
which is get behind this patrol car and follow us to the station.
There's
Lock the
speculation
doors,
that they've had that for a long time, you know. There was that famous journalist, Michael Hastings, that was his name? There's this journalist, I don't know if you know this story, but it's pretty crazy. This guy went to Afghanistan? It was Afghanistan with the troops. And he was only supposed to be there writing a Rolling Stone article about this general for a very short amount of time. But then there was the volcano in Iceland, and the volcano in Iceland stopped air travel. So this journalist from the Rolling Stone was embedded in this troop, and they started talking shit. And he started reporting the shit that they were talking, including disparaging comments that the general had said about Obama. So the general gets back. He has to retire. He has to, it's the Rolling Stone exposed. It's a big deal because everybody loves this general. So he retires, and this Michael.
From New York City, Comedy Central presents LaBelle Crawford.
Thank you. Appreciate the love, baby. Appreciate the love. Hope I look good in my suit. I'm trying to lose weight, trying to get in shape, man. I swear to God, I'm trying to get in shape, but I think the devil want me to stay fat. Because every time I try to lose weight, they come out with some food I've been dreaming of praying about for a long time. I swear to God, I was walking down the street the other day and a Burger King appeared out of nowhere. Like it came from heaven or something, like, oh! And it had a sign on it that said, Burger King now has triple Whoppers. Oh! I said, I'm not looking at that sign. I'm not looking at it. I ain't looking at it. I'm trying to cut back. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not going to look at that sign. The sign said, hey, fat boy. You heard me. Burger King now has triple Whoppers. You know how long I prayed that they add one more delicious patty to that already delicious double Whopper that they have on display. I'm like, dear Lord, if it's your will, just add one more delicious patty to that already delicious double Whopper that you have on display, just to see if the bun could hold the capacity. For limited time only, Lord. God be like, with cheese or without cheese, my son. Both, Lord, so I can make a comparison. Oh, I'm always having food fantasies, man. When I used to get high, man, I think of some genius stuff. I would get high and be like, you know what they need to do? They need to take a Krispy Kreme donut, right? While it's still hot. And take some soft serve ice cream and inject it right into the donut. You got that hot and cold meshing together, and you bite into that sucker. I'm sorry, I had a little bit of an orgasm for a minute. There's somebody in the audience fans talking about, he's a genius! Yes, I am. But I got worried about my weight, man, and I had to go to the doctor. I hate doctors, man. I hate doctors. Because every time I go to the doctor, they always want to stick their finger up my ass. I always want to stick their finger up my butt. What is that? I don't know. What is it? You walk in, doctor says, what seems to be the problem? Oh, I got a chest cold. Well, lay on your stomach. Hold on, man. Do you work here? Let me see your ID. You gonna just walk in and put your finger dead up in my ass? You ain't even took me to dinner or nothing. Jesus. Doctors, they like auto mechanics. You go in to get one thing fixed, they want to look at other stuff. I went to the doctor for a twisted ankle, came out with diabetes. I was mad as hell. Like, hold on, man. How I got diabetes? Well, I checked your blood and your sugar was high. Maybe I'm a sweet potato. And I went home to tell my mama about the diabetes. I said, Mama, sit down, I got something to tell you. She said, boy, you scared me. What's wrong with that? I said, Mama, you gotta sit down. I got something to tell you. Lord, don't tell me you're gay. I was like, hell nah. I'm too big to be gay. I can't bear it over that long. Have some guy slap you on my ass talking about who your daddy? I don't know.
Oh my God.
But you know, I told my mom, I said, I forgot. You know, I said, Mama, I got diabetes. She didn't even know what it was. She was like, what's that? I said, Mama, you don't know what diabetes is? She said, I don't know what it is, but you should have been wearing a condom out there messing with a little nasty ass girl. I said, Mama, what's wrong with you? It ain't, diabetes ain't a venereal disease, and I forgot black folk give everything a nickname. We don't even call diabetes diabetes. We call it the sugar. I said, Mama, I got the sugar. She was like, oh, Lord, not the sugar. That's my baby, Jesus. Take me instead, Lord. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him out. Black folk go to church on you in a minute. That's on my grandmama answering machine. If you need more power, then what you want. Leave a message at the end of the tambourine. Bing. Black folks, we need to celebrate Black History Month. I think we need to celebrate Black History Month. We got to celebrate it harder. Black History Month is the shortest month of the year, but we need to celebrate it, man. Everybody else celebrate their holiday. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans got Cinco de Mayo. They have guacamole all in the street. White folks got St. Patrick's Day. Kiss me, I'm married. I'm like, not that hard. But we need some. We need to get celebrated. We should at least get some free chicken coupons, our favorite chicken restaurant, anywhere we want. And we should be able to dive down a predominantly white neighborhood as fast as we want, and the police can't pull us over. Officer, it's Black History Month. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was March 1st. I'll see you tomorrow, black man. Thank God. But we need to celebrate Black History Month. We had some great inventors in Black History, man. We had a brother invented the light bulb. Did you know that? The brother invented the light bulb, and then another brother who invented the stoplight. I was like, wow. And some brother invented the peanut butter. I want to thank him for that, because he got me through some hungry times. I thank him for that. But you know what kills me about Black History Month is all our great creators creating stuff. White man always find a way to top it. That's what kills me. Like a brother invented the light bulb, white man.
Alright, so this fucking bug. Super easy. You don't even have to fight the ants. Just ignore them. And me, I'm healing. Oh shit, I'm healing. Whoops. Hang on, I gotta switch skills. Hold on. Oh, just live a little bit longer. There we go. There you go, buddy. So, you can kill the ants, you get a huge buff. As long as it's matched the same colors as the one on the ground. It's an attack buff. Tight. So this one you would kill the red ant. And not the blue one, you get that attack buff. But no one really gives a fuck. Don't need to. So you just keep whittling this guy down. Eventually what we're going to do is we're going to go on some rocks. So you just scream, go on some rocks. Like this. Stay right here. Went to the ace bus, come up here. Oh, we got the ant first try. If you don't have the ant, you just fly around. Now for myself, I'm just going to do this. There we go. Healing for everybody. Everybody get some healing. Alright, there we go. You jump back down. You just rinse and repeat. This is the easiest fucking fight you ever come across. And then next, like, once she gets down to half health, she's gonna have larva. You're just gonna go around and throw on other people's backs instead of your own. You're just gonna stack on top of each other. And just give that larva back. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, see the ants. So right now it's the red color one, so if they kill the red color one, they can get that buff. That's if they want it. I don't really give a shit. As long as they're not fighting me, I don't really care. I'm a healer, I don't do nothing. I just press my buttons. Make sure people stay up. My concern is right here. Everything else, as long as I don't have to block nothing. Which she doesn't have any attacks that you have to really block. That's more like the tank's problem. Super easy boss fight. Like compared to other boss fights, this is a walk in the park. Yep, time to run again. This is like rinse and repeat. Easiest boss on the planet. Super easy to farm. Egg's dead. Oh, see the ant over there? Go over here. See those two people? Fucking stupid. That should get me back to full health. Damn near it. Take a little bit more healing. This person's getting fucked up. lost all of our DPS. We're taking too long. Just taking too long. Yeah, we should not have lost that. He's too fucking